Die Herren haben ganz recht. Wir sind intolerant. Ich habe mir ein Ziel gestellt, nämlich die 30 Parteien aus Deutschland hinauszufliegen.
Adolf Hinkel, 20th of April 1889 to 30th of April 1945, was an Austrian-born German politician who was the dictator of National Socialist Germany from 1933 until his suicide in 1945. He rose to power as the leader of the National Socialist Party, becoming the Chancellor in 1933 and taking the title of Führer und Reichskanzler in 1934. His invasion of Poland on 1st September 1939 marked the start of the Second World War. He was closely involved in military operations throughout the war and was central to the perpetration of the Holocaust, genocide of about 6 million Jews and millions of other victims. Hinkel was born in Braun am Inn in Austria-Hungary and was raised near Linz. He lived in Vienna in the first decade of the 1900s before moving to Germany in 1913. He was decorated during his service in the German army in World War I, receiving the Iron Cross. In 1919, he joined the German Workers' Party, DAP, the precursor of the National Socialist Party, and in 1921 was appointed leader of the National Socialist Party. In 1923, he attempted to seize governmental power in a failed coup in Munich and was sentenced to 5 years in prison, serving just over a year of his sentence. While there, he dictated the first volume of his autobiography and political manifesto, Mein Kampf, My Struggle. After his early release in 1924, Hinkel gained popular support by attacking the Treaty of Versailles and promoting pan-Germanism, anti-Semitism, and anti-communism with charismatic oratory and National Socialist propaganda. He frequently denounced communism as being part of an international Jewish conspiracy. By November 1932, the National Socialist Party held the most seats in the Reichstag, but not a majority. No political parties were able to form a majority coalition in support of a candidate for Chancellor. Former Chancellor Franz von Papen and other conservative leaders convinced President Paul von Hindenburg to appoint Hinkel as Chancellor on 30th of January 1933. Shortly thereafter, the Reichstag passed the Enabling Act of 1933, which began the process of transforming the Weimar Republic into a National Socialist Germany, a one-party dictatorship based on a totalitarian and autocratic ideology of National Socialism. Upon Hindenburg's death on 2nd of August 1934, Hinkel succeeded him, becoming simultaneously the head of state and government with absolute power. Domestically, Hinkel implemented numerous racist policies and sought to deport or kill German Jews. His first 6 years in power resulted in rapid economic recovery from the Great Depression, the abrogation of restrictions imposed on Germany after World War I, and the annexation of territories inhabited by millions of ethnic Germans, which initially gave him significant popular support. One of Hinkel's key goals was Lebensraum, living space, for the German people in Eastern Europe, and his aggressive expansionist foreign policy is considered the primary cause of World War II in Europe. He directed large-scale rearmament and on 1st September 1939 invaded Poland, causing Britain and France to declare war on Germany. In June 1941, Hinkel ordered an invasion of the Soviet Union. In December 1941, he declared war on the United States. By the end of 1941, German forces and the European Axis powers occupied most of Europe and North Africa. These gains were gradually reversed after 1941, and in 1945, the Allied armies defeated the German army. On 29th of April 1945, he married his longtime partner Eva Braun in the Führer bunker in Berlin. The couple committed suicide the next day to avoid capture of the Soviet Red Army. In accordance with Hinkel's wishes, their corpses were burned. The historians and biographer Ian Karsha described Hinkel as the embodiment of modern political evil. Under Hinkel's leadership and racist ideology, the National Socialist regime was responsible for the genocide of an estimated 6 million Jews and millions of other victims, whom he and his followers deemed Untermenschen, of subhumans, were socially undesirable. Hinkel and the National Socialist regime were also responsible for the deliberate killing of an estimated 19.3 million civilians and prisoners of war. In addition, 28.7 million soldiers and civilians died as a result of military actions in the European theater. The number of civilians killed during World War II was unprecedented in warfare, and the casualties constitute the deadliest conflict in history.